Hello everyone, thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the latest videos. Others return to a rural life, hungry twice a day, unable to even manage a decent house. But the beautiful and capable Meng Yao relied on her own ability and built her own house in the wild with bare hands. Inside the house, she even made a fire stove. Cooking meals became very convenient. Using her spare time, she built a cattle pen not far away and raised two buffaloes. Later selling them could also bring in some profit. To avoid living idly and eating away resources and ensure daily income, Meng Yao also picked watermelons from farmers' fields and sold them at the market, striving for more income. Occasionally, she would also go to remote places to search for soft-shell turtles. This is a very rare mountain delicacy, very popular when sold in the market, and quite profitable. Seeing Meng Yao not only capable, but also good at making money, many men were amazed. And today, Meng Yao will continue to build her dream homestead, using a large amount of bamboo to make her own vegetable garden, planting greens. From now on, she won't need to buy food and can be at ease. However, this is a very large project. For a delicate young girl, it will take a long time to complete. At dawn, the first ray of sunlight spread across the land. The lush mountain forest looked enchanting. The air was fresh. Meng Yao quickly walked through the forest. Today she was going to cut a large amount of bamboo, using these inexpensive bamboos to build her own garden. Cutting bamboo is not an easy job. Meng Yao fully equipped herself. Boots on her feet, gloves on her hands, holding a sharp machete. She tapped one of the bamboos casually. Judging from the sound, this bamboo was not too tender. Cutting it down for fences was the best use. Without hesitation, Meng Yao picked up the sharp machete. She swung it down swiftly. With a few chops, she cut through one bamboo, repeating the same steps again and again. As Meng Yao wielded the sharp machete, the bamboos around her were continuously chopped down. Cutting bamboo is not like chopping trees. When trees are cut, the trunk presses downward. Standing below is very dangerous. You must learn to judge accurately and step away in advance. But bamboo is different. Bamboo is smaller and it grows straighter. Only at the top layers of bamboo do large amounts of leaves grow. The cut bamboo will often lean against other bamboos in the grove and won't fall straight down immediately. After a round of cutting, Meng Yao pulled each cut bamboo out, dragging them to a more spacious spot, then chopped off the excess parts of each bamboo. Every movement of Meng Yao's was smooth and natural, without hesitation or delay. For this kind of work to her, it was nothing but easy. This was a very common type of bamboo, often found in Guangxi and Guangdong. Bamboo has many uses. It can be woven into baskets or made into handicrafts, or used for fences. And bamboo is very cheap. In the 70s and 80s, it was widely planted in the South, and its reproduction and vitality are very strong. Just plant a small patch, and after 8 or 10 years, the whole mountain would be covered with bamboo. After hours of hard work, Meng Yao tied up the cut bamboo together. The gentle Meng Yao doing such rough work was no less capable than a man. With her skillful and diligent hands, the cut bamboo was bundled into stacks of nearly identical size and shape. She lifted one bundle and carried it on her shoulder. and went straight down the mountain without a word. Although Ming Yao felt a bit strained. But the mountain path was not rugged or uneven. They say climbing a mountain is hard, but going down is easy. Ming Yao, carrying a large bundle of bamboo, still looked quite relaxed. Moreover, the bamboo grove was not very far from her home. Finally reaching the destination, she gently set down the bamboo from her shoulder. Without taking a rest, she still had to bring down the remaining bundles, not even having time to drink a sip of water. It could be seen that Ming Yao was truly giving her all for the work. In order to plant the vegetable seeds she had just bought into the soil, time did not allow her much rest. She had to work against the clock, preparing enough bamboo for building the vegetable garden. In this desolate mountain wilderness, only Ming Yao worked silently alone. She had no helper, no one to share her pain and worries. When tired or sleepy, she rested briefly, but life had to go on. For her, time was still precious. She knew the value of life lies in striving and in hard work. Earning more money while young would give her security for the future. The stacked bamboo now seemed enough to start building the base with soil. There was enough space at the side of the house to build a fairly large vegetable garden to make vegetables grow better. The soil must first be loosened. Loose soil helps the roots go deeper into the earth. Whether using manure or fertilizer, or watering, after loosening the soil, vegetables could absorb nutrients better. After working half a day, Ming Yao was extremely thirsty. She drank several good gulps of water, feeling her whole body filled with energy. She forgot her fatigue and spread the dry weeds she had prepared over the loosened soil. So what was the purpose of this? Ming Yao then set fire to the weeds spread across several plots of land. Flames roared fiercely. Smoke filled the air. The burnt weeds turned into black ash. As for the benefit, everyone actually already knows. Burning kills the bacteria in the soil, as well as insects, which helps the vegetables grow. And the weeds that turned into ash also benefit vegetable growth. The work on the garden was nearing its end. To prevent the planted vegetables from being stolen by free-range chickens, a fence had to be built around the garden. The bamboo prepared earlier came in handy. First cutting the bamboo into pieces of similar length, then splitting each one open into several strips. Each bamboo strip was trimmed into a sharp shape with the machete to be fixed into the ground around the garden as the main supporting frame. With bamboo stakes set around the garden as anchor points, the rest was easy. Each long bamboo already prepared was split forcefully by Ming Yao, forming flat bamboo strips. Though it looked simple, it had great usefulness. She then casually took each processed, flat bamboo strip and wove them around the bamboo stakes, filling in until complete. By this method, the garden fence was built. This method is very common, especially in many rural areas. People use the same technique to fence off their vegetable gardens, providing great protection and preventing livestock from entering. At one corner of the fence, she left an opening to make a simple gate, convenient for going in and out. The woven fence was not tall enough. Birds and the like could easily fly into the garden, but none of this troubled Ming Yao. She had already thought of a solution. She continued weaving bamboo strips across the top of the fence. Not only beautiful, but also taller. It seemed Ming Yao was not only beautiful and capable, but also clever. Thus, the top of the fence was securely reinforced by Meng Yao. Ordinary livestock really couldn't get inside. She then used the leftover bamboo strips to make a bamboo gate and fixed it onto the opening. Position! At this point, the garden fence was finally completed. After a few simple tests, it was clear that the gate was quite practical. To enjoy vegetables sooner, she still needed to quickly plant the seeds she had bought back. Meng Yao did not stop to rest. She brought out the prepared vegetable seeds and planted them in neat rows on the loosened soil. Just then, a light rain had fallen, moistening the once dry earth. The weather worked in her favor. At this moment, planting the vegetable seeds was most fitting. It seemed that eating her own homegrown vegetables was not so easy. First, she had to clear the wasteland, prepare a large amount of bamboo to build the fence, then patiently plant each vegetable seed. In the days ahead, she still had to fertilize and water, weed and catch insects, and carefully nurture them. The effort and sweat she gave were known only to Meng Yao herself. After half a day of hard work, Meng Yao finally finished her vegetable garden. At this moment, her stomach also growled with hunger. There was no time to cook. To fill her belly, she set aside her image and first filled her stomach with bananas. One by one, the sweet bananas were quickly eaten by Meng Yao. Sitting inside the house she built, watching the rain fall outside, she enjoyed a rare moment of leisure.